guys, this is Zoe. Welcome back to my channel. I have a special guest. This is my cousin Shelbi. You guys haven't seen her before because I'm finally seeing her. I will link all my other videos with my family members down below. She is 13 years old. You're going to be a freshman. But we did this makeup look not for freshmen, but it's for like preteens and people just getting into makeup, or just beginners, or just an everyday, natural, easy, fresh makeup look. It's not too harsh. It's going to make you look more awake and brighten up your face. And it's really going to enhance your natural features, but you can still see that she doesn't look like a different person. She just looks more fresh, and it's not too much. It's really easy. Obviously, you can take away or you can add more. According to how you like to do your makeup, but for her skin tone and for her age and just for everyday makeup, this will be really good for school and for anyone getting into makeup or, you know, needs to wear makeup but doesn't know what to do. This is very, very natural, so let's get into it. I'm going to prep her skin and moisturize her face with the Avon MoistureBoost Daily Moisture Lotion with SPF 15, and it's just going to moisturize her skin. I'm going to be taking the Avon Magix Face Protector with SPF 20, and it's just a base that's going to fill in any lines and pores and keep her makeup lasting all day. Now I'm taking the Avon Ideal Flawless BB Cream with SPF 15, and it's like lighter than a foundation, so it's not going to look disgusting and by the end of the day, and it's not going to look too cakey or heavy, but it's still going to give her some coverage and even out her skin tone and get rid of any redness and discoloration, but it's not going to be super heavy on her face or look like she's wearing a lot of makeup. And I'm just going to blend it in with this stippling brush at first and blend it in, always down the neck to make sure there's no lines. Now I'm going to pat in any excess and give it that flawless finish that the Beauty Blender gives, because nothing compares to this, and it will soak up any excess just sitting on top of her skin. Next I'm going to be using the Avon Ideal Flawless Cream Concealer in the shade Neutral, and I'm going to be applying it where you would normally conceal. I'm just going to use my ring finger because it has the lightest touch. Look up. And I'm going to use it under her eyes to get rid of any darkness from lack of sleep and just make her look more awake and really brighten up that area, because it makes a big difference in the face. I'm also going to be putting a little on her eyelid to even out the discoloration and veins and make it all one color, to also do the same effect as underneath the eyes. And then I'm going to take the same concealer and apply it on any problem areas that the BB cream didn't cover. And instead of putting a heavy coverage all over the face, we're putting a more coverage on the spot she needs it, but it's not going to be all over her turn. Now I'm going to be using the Avon Ideal Flawless Pressed Powder in the translucent shade, so it's not going to add any more coverage. It's not going to be cakey, and it's just going to set the makeup and get rid of the shine and the oil and keep it lasting longer throughout the day. But it's not going to add any more coverage. And I'm just going to take this e.l.f. brush and I'm going to pat around the places that I don't want to rub off the concealer. I'm going to be taking the Avon Ideal Luminous blush in the shade Warm Flush, and it's a little bit shimmery for, you know, younger, like it doesn't have to be matte, but it's such a light color. It's going to warm up her face and add some dimension and shape, but it's not going to look too overdone or pink or sunburnt, and it's just going to be really natural. Smile. But it's also, you know, going to add some youth back into her face, and so she doesn't look so flat since we evened out everything, and it's going to give her a little bit more shape. And I'm kind of going to drag it up toward the temples a little bit. We are going to brush out her eyebrows with a spoolie. Where is the... Okay. And fill them in with the Avon Ultra Luxury Brow Liner in dark brown. But we're like, the reason we're going straight to brows is because we're skipping bronzer and contouring and all that, obviously, because that's just too much for every day. And but we're also going to give her a little bit of shape to her brows, since they get covered, you know, when you put makeup on, and they kind of just help frame the eyes and frame the face and complete the look, but they're not going to be harsh, too dark. I'm going to follow the natural shape of her brows. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to use light strokes, and I'm obviously going to blend it as well. And you just want to go with the natural eyebrow, but you just want to fill in any sparse areas or any areas that don't look the same. But your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, so don't stress too much over them because it's really not that big of a deal. But it really does make a difference to the face. So that's as even as we're going to get them today. Next we're going to prime her eyes with this MARC Please Hold Eye Primer in the shade Light Medium. Kind of looks like a cream concealer. You can use your concealer as a primer as well. Just some kind of base to get the eyeshadow to stick and hold it in place all day and make the colors show up more and prevent any creasing. Because you don't want to have to carry eyeshadow with you to reapply. And this will make it look nice all day. And just, again, even out the skin even more and get a nice base for the eyeshadow. Avon True Color eyeshadow quad in Naked Truth, and it just has 4 easy everyday neutral colors, and they're a little bit shimmery again, which is no big deal, but they're very, very natural and easy to pull off, but they're still going to shape her eyes and give them some definition. So first we're going to take the crease color, and I do the crease first because once you blend it, you'll be blending off the lid color. It's just whatever, a personal preference. Again, but I'm going to be taking the number 3 shade. Just looks like this, any peachy shade that you find similar. Basically, the almost darkest shade, if you were using 4 colors, goes in the crease. If you're just using 3 colors, the darkest color goes in the crease. So first I'm going to apply it and place it there, and then open. And I'm going to make sure that it gets, and I'm going to do windshield wiper motions and lightly blend it. Before I blend it, I'm going to take a little bit of a more precise brush, and I'm going to take the 4 shade, which is a tiny bit darker, and this is optional because most people just do a crease and they don't do the outer corner or outer V because it's pointless for every day, but since this is such a neutral color, it's going to be just placed on the outer portion of her eye in a V shape and really add some depth and darken it just a little, which could just be for special occasions or if she just felt like doing it. But it's really going to make the colors blend together nicely and just really add some pop without, again, being too much because it is a lighter brown shade, but it's a little bit darker than the first shade we applied. We're going to blend that out with just a fluffy brush to blend any harsh lines and make them like where you can't see that there's 2 different colors placed. You don't want any harshness or to make it look too dark. You want it to look soft and blend it together. And then we're going to take the lid color, which is like the part that brightens up your face the most, which is on this one the number 2, and I like how these are labeled for you so you like know where to put them. So this is just a nice peachy skin tone color, but it still has some shimmer, so it's going to brighten up her eyes. And lastly, I'm going to be taking the number 1 shade, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and it's just a champagne white, kind of a vanilla shade. It's shimmery and it's really going to brighten up the eyes, and this is the key to making yourself look more awake. And I'm just going to apply that underneath her brow on the brow bone to really just lighten it up, open up her eyes, make them look bigger. And then I'm also going to put the same shade on the inner corner because we are highlighting the eyes, and you can go in a little bit on the inner part of the lid. So now we're going to be taking the Glimmerstick waterproof eyeliner in brown chocolate. Any kind of brown will look a lot less harsh than a black. And this is a darker brown, and it's still gonna, you can still tell it's brown, but it's not going to be so harsh and close her eyes. It's actually going to define them without making them look smaller. And it's just going to kind of give them more shape. She is now tightlining her eye, which again I'm not going to do on her. It's basically thickening her lash line and making them look automatically thicker and darker, but you can't see the eyeliner on the upper waterline. So it's just going to thicken the base without, again, being too harsh and just make her eyes look more defined. Now we're obviously just going to curl the eyelashes, and this isn't makeup, it's just good. It makes a big difference even without mascara. It really opens the eyes and makes them look bigger and makes you automatically look more awake, which is what this whole look is about. So look straight ahead. I'm going to press down and look down, and I'm just curling her eyelashes. Next, I'm going to be taking the Avon Super Extend Winged Out Mascara, but this is in the brown black. So it is still going to look a little bit dark and black, but it has a little bit of brown in it. So again, it's more natural. It's not completely brown, but it's not going to be, again, as dark or as harsh, and you can still see the brown in it. It's going to match her eyelashes a little bit better. If you're blonde or have red eyelashes, I would recommend maybe a clear if the brown is still too dark, but since, you know, her eyelashes are brown, this isn't going to look too harsh, and mascara, you know, is always good to wear. Look down, and I'm going to lift up a little, and I'm going to apply this on the lashes from the base to the tip. And this is the final look. Like if you even skipped the eyeshadow, this is what makes the biggest difference. Because mascara obviously lengthens, volumizes, opens up the eyes, makes you look more awake, and really completes the look. Look up. I'm going to do the bottom. Just a little. You can do as much as you want. You can skip the bottom. It's just whatever you would like to do. We're finished with most of the face except the lips, which again is personal preference. It's not really a big deal. This is the Avon Ultra Glazewear lip gloss in the color Perfect Nude, but it's a nudie pink. So it's not going to cancel out her lips, but it's going to add some shine and some gloss. And kind of like her lips but better shade. You can use a nude lipstick, a light pink lipstick. I just don't recommend any dark bright colors for every day if you're trying to look natural. Any kind of pink with a gloss over or a tinted chapstick, anything like that. Really, again, a personal preference. But it's going to add something to her lips so her lips don't look one color and so she looks complete. So that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thumbs up this video if you liked it, and if you think that the makeup looks good, and if she should wear her makeup like this. And hopefully we will have more videos together, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!